So, hello. I'm using this moment to share a bit my thoughts, to share a bit of some reflections I had this week. So, I don't remember if I said here, but this week I had a really introspective, reflective week. There were a lot of thoughts that I had because I had a lot of emotions coming to the surface. And it was very interesting because the main emotion I had this week coming up was really anger. And anger is a funny one to deal with, especially I feel with women, because we really are indeed taught to repress anger a lot, and that anger is very bad. And it really isn't. Anger, I feel it's somewhat of a challenging emotion to deal with because, as I said, especially as women, we don't really know how to deal with anger and how to face it, literally. And when we allow it to flow, of course, not directing it to anyone in particular, but when we allow it to flow, it can be such a very strong and powerful emotion. It can really hold the key for action, I feel. It's such a powerful action maker. Like when you feel this surge of energy, you can really feel how it just motivates change, or it just makes change happen. You can feel all of this all the discomfort you have, and you can feel how this energy comes to rush things out of your life, to push them out, to change everything. And it's such an important emotion. And you can see why would anyone label this as a negative emotion, because of course if you are on the other side of it, and if it's someone that really can't manage or direct anger, or not direct but manage them themselves, it can be a very destructive force, but because it is so powerful. But really knowing and managing anger and managing your emotions, it's I feel like it's probably one of the most important skills anyone can have. And I was really reflecting on that this week. And of course it sucks in a way to be in a position where you feel anger and where you feel discomfort, because it feels something is off in your life. But if you wouldn't be able to feel the discomfort, how would you create any kind of change in your life, right? We really have to face it that as humans, if there wouldn't be any type of strong emotions, or if we wouldn't feel uncomfortable, nothing would ever change in our life. And we can see how we have built everything in society to, of course, make us more comfortable. And me personally, I love comfort and it's something that I really need, of course. And I feel like mastering feeling or going in the direction of feeling uncomfortable has really changed a lot in my life. Again, for me personally, I really don't like change, but it's so important, and often it does come from the best. And so imagine being able to master your emotions, and because mastering your emotions and going on the direction of being uncomfortable is really the key to, I feel like, mastering your own life in a way. So I don't know, it all seems like really interesting to me, and I guess this was the reflection I was making this week more than anything, like the power of being okay with the so-called bad emotions, dark emotions, and going really to the core to feel them and see how they benefit us. Because if we're having an emotion, it's because there's a message that needs to be heard, right? And I guess this week I was listening to what my anger had to say, my repressed anger, because it was really repressed, a lot of repressed anger that I had this week. It was very humbling in a way. And I feel it's also so interesting how these very introspective, reflective weeks come. And even if there's something that, for me personally, that I want to do and that I have on my list that I want to do, it's like, nah, you just have to feel this. You just have to feel what the message is behind this emotion that is coming up. Because in the end, it will aid so much your own personal journey. And yeah, I guess there's no fighting it. And we have to remember there will be a next week, or most of the times there's a next week, and that we can compensate that. And maybe even, yeah, we will do more interesting stuff, for stuff that relates to us more, because we've taken this week to listen to our inner thoughts, our inner emotions, and to really listen what is it that our emotions have to say. Let me hear your thoughts. I don't know if you can relate to this. Maybe I'll start to share more also here on this channel, these reflections that I have now and then. Maybe I should do like a yapping section over here. It just felt right and I wanted to do this. So let me know how your week is being, or how your week is going. And I'll see you on the next yapping video, or my next actual video. Bye.